morning. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on the spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on the spirit. Walking and talking with my mind stayed on the spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Woke up this morning with my mind stayed on the spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Boom! It's a nice view from here. I like the view from here. Good morning, CSL Simi Valley. Oh, wow, that's a nice, invigorating good morning. Love, love, love to hear that. We had a wonderful, very intimate sound bath this month. I guess Labor Day is in America is back in the flow. There was a lot of traveling going on. So there were 6 of us here as opposed to the 40 that we've been having, but it was so sweet because Ketron was able to just zone in and we were all right here with these waves of gong sound coming across us. So come back out for October and join us because it's a wonderful experience. And in November, Abby and I are going to be together, and with Cheryl, we're all going to do it in November. So it's going to be such a blast. So come on out for the sound bath. And if you like the things we're doing, how about this one? Spiritual chanting is coming back. We're going to have it with Kamini. It'll start this Friday on the 8th at 6:45. Starts at 7. There's a $10 to $20 donation. And it's not, it's just an opportunity to line up and to align yourself with others in the room. There's something about, it's like prayer. It's like laughter. It's listening to music. Being one with everyone in a unified experience is so dynamite. So do come out and participate in that one. Now, we got some more community things happening here. Sherry and Randy are in this band called Guilty Pleasures. I love Guilty Pleasures. That's nice. What a great name. Well, they're opening for the Mickey Dolenz Monkeys tribute at the Libby Bowl in Ojai, and they have offered us 2 tickets that we are going to be raffling away to folks to go to this event on the 15th. So here's how it works. You get 1 raffle ticket for $5, 3 for $10. It's $90 value. And next Sunday, we'll announce the winner. So get your tickets. You can buy them from Darlene after the service, all right? Participate in that. It'll be a lot of fun. Are you guys any good? That's not, let's try this again. Are you guys any good? Fantastic! That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Also, we're having a blood drive. This is our emergency preparedness and service month throughout all of the month of September. We're going to be doing things where we take our yearly theme, we're community, out into the community, and we're bringing community in here. So we're going to have a blood drive today. If you haven't signed up for the blood drive, it's not too late to sign up for it and receive a $10 gift certificate for signing up. And there's some snacks out in the lobby to kind of get your blood sugar working in a good space for it. And if you'd like to sign up now, Darlene has a QR code. Yeah, even if it's now, they want you to sign up for it. And yeah, so if you want to sign up, there's the QR code. Darlene will come around, just hold your hand up, and she'll let you hit it with your phone. You can sign up even during the service, all right? And I think, will there be copies of those that the ushers, when we do our collection later and do the announcements later, the ushers will have them as well, so you can click on it and sign up later in the process of the service.
It's in the classroom.
It's going to be in the classroom.
It's in the classroom.
I'm ready. I'm pumping it up now, baby. I am ready to get some blood.
Drink
All right.
water.
Lots of water. And I had a really nice, healthy breakfast. So those are just some of the ways that we make our vision and mission statement come alive through our community events, through our events out in the community, and the ways that we serve the community. We do this. Here we are. You ready? We're community, inclusive, loving, and authentic. We celebrate all paths to God in gratitude, empowering self and others. We serve compassionately through outreach, inspiration, and education. That's who we are. That's why we're here, and here's what we do. And one of those is pray. Thank you, Reverend Rob. Bring it.
So join me in consciousness, recognizing that there is only one consciousness, and we each make individualized use of it. There's only that one divine thing, but we each have our own thoughts. We know this. And right now we choose what to think. And so we think about how wonderful it is to be here in community, how wonderful it is to support our community and to be supported in turn, to learn, to sing, to have a good time, to fellowship. And we're so grateful for all of this. And from this place of gratitude, we release this word to the law, and the law says, of course, keep doing it. And we keep doing this when we say, and so it is.
Please stand and join us for our congregational song. Reverb. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day.
How lovely. Ooh, this sounds fun. Lighting the God candle as we affirm the growth of our Cosmic Kid program. And I'm just putting the flame of transition into this space and knowing that we fill this house with loving kids, and so it is. Turn back to you, sir.
We have to play their theme song.
So I'll read our affirmation, and then we will all read it together. As I acknowledge the circulation of spirit flowing through all life, including you and me, I live in harmonious relationship with all that is. So now together. As I acknowledge the circulation of spirit flowing through all life, including you and me, I live in harmonious relationship with all that is. So my reading today is from the Science of Mind textbook by Ernest Holmes. And this is what he says. If you would take time, once a day at least, to let go of all that is not true and lay a hold of reality, let go of doubt, distrust, worry, condemnation, and fear, and lay hold of life in its expression of beauty, truth, and wholeness, then your mental state would be healed. Keep your mind and body open to the reception of truth. It is the static, fixed, inflexible outlook which produces a tendency on the part of the body in its muscles and functions to become tense and underactive. Hold steadfastly to the thought that all of life is in a state of eternal flow. Relax your thoughts and allow the free flow of the life essence in and through you, and your body and your mind will respond to its healing activity. Inaction will quickly disappear into its native nothingness in the rhythm and the harmony of all your functions.
Thank you, Rob. We have our brother Mazda in the house this morning. And look out, look at
That's
that.
exciting. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. How's everybody on this glorious and wonderful morning? It's a wonderful day, huh? Wonderful day. Put your hands together, come on. One more time. Push that volume a little for me. Give me a little more monitor. Let me hear something. Yeah. People all over the world join in. Start the love train, love train. People all over the world join in. Start the love train, love train. The next stop that we make will be England. ready? Almost, right?
So the train is coming into the station, slowing down, coming into the station. And when it gets to the station, what does it do? It stops. Because we have volition, we have control, and we choose how to engage. And so we're going from the love train outside to the love train inside. So we're going to go into that silence, that quiet for 3 minutes. And then the train's leaving the station again.
I am in the darkness. I am in the light. See me if you can. Everywhere I am.
So I invite you every day, pull the train into the station for just a couple of minutes and just make that divine connection with it. Namaste.
Okay, Master, come on up. Slow.
You know, brothers and sisters, I've been my little small pea-brain mind doing all I can to manifest moments. You know, we're looking for the change to come, but the change is a moment. Oh, yes. Can I get a little reverb, please?
Yeah.
Push that for me.
Okay, is it on now? Okay. Okay, good.
Check, 1, 2. Is that all right? I was born by the river in a little tent. No, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know change's gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. It's been too hard living, but I'm afraid to die. So I don't know what's up there beyond the sky. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change's gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. I go to the movie and I go downtown. My friends keep telling me don't hang around. It's been a long time coming, but I know change's gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Then I go to my brother, and I said, brother, help me please. But he winds up knocking me back down on my knees. Oh, there were times that I thought I wouldn't last for long, but now I think I'm able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change's gonna come. Oh, yes, it will. Thank you.
Master.
Thank you.
You know, the great ones only need one name. The great ones only need one name. Fall down on his knees to sing to us. That's beautiful. Thank you, man. That was beautiful. Oh, that just round and round it goes. Round and round it goes. And where does it stop? On change. Because change is going to come. And hats off to Reverend Rob. What a transition. The train, the love train, is coming into the station. Now it's going to stop, and we go within. Ow! We just call you Rob now from now on. Just you also go one name, Rob. You know, the masters go by one name. You know, I was thinking about the whole idea of the love train and the movement of things and happenings and the waves that were coming in on that beautiful video that Greg created for us, and how much nature is such a teacher for all of us. Dr. Holmes loved nature. You know, he took it from so much lessons from the transcendentalists who also loved nature, sitting around Walden's Pond and up in the New England states, which is a gorgeous place to be and a wonderful way to experience the seasons. You know, we all hear about the leaf peeping. Who's ever gone leaf peeping, right? Oh, my goodness. It's amazing. You know, you go around one curve, look at that. That's so beautiful. And then, wow, that's even more beautiful. How does it get more beautiful with each every curve? How can orange be so pretty so many times? Because nature has that ability, and we watch it all the time. The sun rise and set, the moons waxing and waning. This month or last month with the 2 super moon, full moon, blue moon. What a month. What a year. 4 full moons and all of them, 4 super moons and 1 blue moon. This is an amazing season for watching the activities of the circulation of life itself, how the waves move and the high tides come. And oh, my heart goes out as I say high tides to all those that are dealing with the Big Bend area of Florida and the tides that came in there. And I hear this morning, heart again going out for those that are in the mud tides of the Burning Man. All of us ex-hippies, we know about Burning Man, you know. And you know, if they built some hotels there, I'd go. But as we watch the changing of the seasons, you know, and even the airlines are teaching us lessons all the time about this thing that goes round and round, which is the law of circulation. I was recently on a flight, and you know, every time you get on the flight, they say the same things. We all know what they're going to say about putting the seatbelts on and the air, the oxygen mask. And so who listens? You know, people are on their phone, they're talking. I get on this one flight, and the flight attendant says, "Did anybody lose this?" And everybody's head rose up. She goes, "Now that I have your attention." I was like, whoa, that was priceless, right? But as I was listening that day and thinking about this month and these talks, it dawned on me that one of the things they say, the oxygen mask will come down, the oxygen will flow, but the bag may not inflate. But the flow of oxygen is happening. The law of circulation is like that. It is happening. And sometimes our realization may not inflate at the moment that we are breathing in the fueling energy that allows us to move into that manifestation. It calls us to trust. That law of circulation is working regardless of the lack of physical evidence of it appearing at that particular time. This is why Dr. Holmes tells us, treat, and treat until you see the demonstration. Continue to do so. You may not think anything is happening, but on the unseen side, something's already happening. I talked to you about the Mambosa bamboo that you plant in the ground, and for 5 years nothing happens. And then it sprouts and grows sometimes as much as a foot in an hour, because it grows so fast, because it's been developing this very deep root over time. So this physical evidence of the law of circulation is happening. It's always happening. And the same thing is happening with our spiritual body. That there's this uninhibited, complete flow of energy coming through us at all times that we are always connected to. That flow is happening in our own bodies. And, you know, I got an update on the blood drive. Apparently there was a bit of a snafu in the timing, and they were supposed to be here at 11 or during the service to set up, and now it looks like they're not going to get here till noon. You may have time to go off and grab lunch and come back and give blood. Just an update. I want to give you that. But it doesn't change the spiritual truth that this power for good in the universe is available for us to use. As Dr. Holmes says, there's a power for good in the universe, and you can use it. I don't know why whenever I say that phrase, I have to talk with that voice. That's how he said it, so that's how I say it. There's a minister at a church down in Florida, Reverend Emil, and he says it like this. He says that there is a flow in the universe. There's a flow in the universe, and we are in it. We are in that divine flow. So the question is, what are we going to do with that divine flow? Are we going to just suck it in and not share it? Or are we going to circulate it? We're going to be in the power of circulation. And as we're in this month of emergency preparedness and service, we're asking everyone to find that way to be of service, to let this energy flow through. Because if you were to just imagine, I mean, just try right now. Just inhale. Keep inhaling. Keep on. Let me. You know, at some point, we got to do that. You can eat, and 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 at some point, you're either going to pass out or let it go. It's going to come out, you know. I don't want to get too graphic about that, but you understand. We have this evidence of this law of circulation happening all the time, pumping through our system, the heartbeat, the waves moving, the seasons changing, the inhaling, the exhaling, the waves coming in, the waves going out, the tide rising, the tide flowing. If you want to keep pulling in, taking, let's see how's that working for you, as Dr. Phil would say. Probably not very well. So giving and receiving are this complementary opposite activity that we must do. It's definite. Emerson tells us, beware of too much good. Beware of too much take. And if we look around at what's happening in the world today, it appears that there's been a lot of too much take. And maybe it's time now to start doing some give. Because I think the universe, Mother Nature, and Earth itself is just a little peeved right now at us. Or does that be peeved? It's pissed off. You know, sometimes we try to white knuckle our way through things, to just hold on. If I could just hold on, it'll get better. But that holding on energy is a retardation. It's a holding back. It stops that law of circulation from flowing. And what we end up getting when we're forcing, holding on instead of allowing, we get the corresponding energy of holding on. We hold on, and the thing it's trying to give to us holds on to its good. And so there's no complementary opposite. There's no flow taking place there. We must return what we're looking to get. If you inhale, you must exhale. It's just that simple. It's that pure. Christian Sorensen writes that circulation is not just outflow. You will be depleted quickly if you don't allow yourself to be replenished. And one of the ways that we replenish ourselves is through the process of giving, of sharing, and trusting. There was a story of a man who was walking through the desert and got lost. He had consumed all of his water. He was pretty desperate. He thought, oh my God, I don't know where I am. I have no water. The sun is beating down on me. I'm feeling my mouth getting blistery. I think I'm going to die out here alone. And he looked off in the distance. He sees a hut. Is that a mirage? Am I hallucinating? I'm going to die out here anyway. So he started walking toward the hut. And he gets there, and sure enough, it was a hut. And he knocks on the door. And he knocks, and nobody comes. And finally, he knocks so hard the door kind of opens, and he looks inside. And there's nobody there. It looks like it had been abandoned for a long time. He walks in because finally, at least there's some shade from the sun. And he walks in, and he sees an old-fashioned water hand pump. Oh, my God, water. Nothing. Nothing. He's pumping this thing until he's just exhausted. He's on the floor, like, okay, this is it. Now I'm going to die. And not out in the sun, but in this hut by myself. And he looks up, and right there on a shelf in there is a bottle of water, corked bottle of water. He goes over to it. He picks it up. He's about to drink on it. And then he sees a note that says, pour this water onto the hand pump before you activate it, and it will be activated. He's like, oh. I mean, it's like, do I drink this? Or do I? But okay, he pours it on. He pumps. And sure enough, water comes flowing out. more water than he could even imagine is flowing out of this pump now. He's cleaned himself. He's drank. He's filled up his own. He filled up the bottle. He put a cork in it, and he sits there, and he looks around, and there is a map that shows him where civilization is. He's a long way from civilization, but at least now he has water, and he's fresh, and he's rejuvenated. And he fills up the bottle, and he corks it, and he finds a pencil, and he puts a note on an addendum to the note that says, "Believe me, it works." And he leaves. See, circulation works in this circular motion. Duh. Circulation, circular, yeah. But it also works as we trust in how it works. And as we replenish the law by giving from ourselves. This is why this month is so important to us. This is why the kicker is that the one who gives the most is the one who gives the most and is also the one who receives the most. He gave his faith, he gave his trust, and the water in that story represents our own things that bring us joy, that bring us life, that bring us vitality. And if we really want to have more of that life, more of that joy, more of that vitality, we must pour some of our water, some of our gifts, some of our talents into the pump of the universe in that power for good, and then do the work to allow it to flow so that others can be replenished by it. This is the law of giving and receiving. Giving activates the receiving. It's just that simple. In the Great Wisdom book, it says, freely you shall have received, freely ye shall give. Are you going to be on the giving end of that? I think so, because Dr. Holmes tells us to refuse to give is to refuse to receive, for everything moves in these circles. It's my nod to the millennials who love vinyl. It's a powerful thing to think about. And it's sometimes something that can be a little hard to remember. There are moments when we all get it. Like, I deserve, I want, I should, I could. This is mine. Take it. This is mine. This is mine. But we've had a lot of that in our world, and perhaps it's now time to say mine is yours and to begin to do this sharing, to move into this space of giving. And that number one gift that we get to give is the love train. We get on board and give of the love train. You know, in teen camp, they have this song. Let's see if I can do this. I love myself so much, so I give so much, that you can love me so much, you so much, that I can start loving you. Exactly. I love myself so much, so I can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. You. How long did you go to camp? From the Westlake days? But think about that. It's such a powerful idea. I love myself so much, so you can love you so much. Mm-hmm. That I can love you so much, so you can love you so much, so you can start loving me. It is, but it's sweet. I love myself so much. I love myself so much that I can love you so much. I can give you that love, right? And then you can begin to love yourself so much. And then you can start loving me back. What a powerful way to express this law of circulation that happens when you get on the love train, when you know that it's moving in circles and allow it to move in circles. Aspiring to love inspires the activity of love, and love is the harmonizing thing that we all get to share in with everything and everyone. We know it is. It's in our affirmation. Love harmonizes. Divine love harmonizes. It harmonizes our people in unison with each other. It harmonizes our life with nature itself. It harmonizes us with the weather. It harmonizes us with this experience of God. It puts us into a space of perfection. Again, Dr. Holmes says that when the law of circulation is retarded, stagnation results. It is only as we allow the divine current to flow through us on and out that we really express life. We are called to do this work, to express this life. And this is a wonderful time to do it. The weather has cooperated. It's chilled out a little bit. Thank goodness for that. But round and round it goes. And where's the song? Where's that goes? Where it stops, nobody knows. No, where it stops, we know. We get to choose. We get to choose where it's going to stop. See, this commitment to service, this commitment to practicing this law, commitment to staying in that flow, to live in the flow that we are a part of, is a joyful experience and brings joy to the world. I have a really good friend who, whenever Tim's is an amazing guy. He's an older fella, and he thinks he's an old man. I don't see an old man in him. And he likes to walk every day. He says when he walks, I always tell myself, lift, 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 because I don't want to do the old man shuffle. So he lifts, lifts, lifts. I see him I imagine walking through the grocery store, lifting, 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 as he buys his 5 loaves of bread and makes his sandwiches every day. He makes all these sandwiches every day, puts them in his car, and drives around South Central and just feeds people that he sees on the street. He's committed to bringing joy to the world. Just as many of you are committed to the Samaritan Center meals that we serve once a month. Or a couple years ago, pre-COVID, when we all got together in the classroom and we made those care bags. Do you remember those? Amazing. It was just such a dynamite experience to have those in the back seat of my car and pull up next to somebody and say, hey, man, can I offer you a care bag? And just to meet that person eye to eye, to love them so much at that moment, you know. Another friend, Grace from Founders, who schedules love days for people. She'll come up to somebody and say, we're gonna have a love day for Kristen. So everybody get together, and then after service, we just surprise her and we just love her up. You know, we just do a love day, right? See, this commitment thing creates a kind of a ripple effect. When I was in Chicago, I went to this place called Harold's Chicken. Did you ever go to Harold's Chicken? You never did that one? Apparently, it's a Chicago thing. So I go to this place to get. I'm talking to my Chicago expert, Diane, back here, who told me that I have to have a hot dog, a pizza, and I also threw in a slide or two. It was good. But I also went to Harold's Chicken. And the door at Harold's Chicken is one of those, we all had them. You walk into a place, and it's the beat-you-up door where you pull it, and if you let go of it, it comes back on you really hard, right? So I guess one of the guys knew that, and so a woman was pushing the door open, and he was already inside waiting for his chicken. He grabbed the door and pulled it open so she could come in. Oh, thank you so much. No, I saw him do it. So a few minutes later, he's gone. Now I'm standing in his spot where he was, so I opened the door for somebody. But as he was leaving, I said, I guess I'm going to have to do the door opening since you're gone because I saw you open the door. And so I stood in that spot, opened the door. When I left, another guy says, well, I guess I'll take your space, and I'll have to open the door now, too. This thing is amazing when you put it into practice and see how it starts to work. It's like that darn Liberty Insurance commercial from many years ago with the pay-it-forward idea. But giving allows the receiver to get a gift that only you can give. And it's a gift of connection to heart and soul that lifts us up to a dynamite space. You know, as I think back on that, just that quick little exchange, talking to people I would have never spoken to. But then that's a story forever. Thinking about Tim making his sandwiches, you know, and just talking about this week, I decided I'm going to make some more care bags to put in my car. So I want to have those to give to various people. This just talking about it starts the flow of happening, of giving and receiving. One of the things Dr. Holmes talks about when he says about this, he says that this is in his old school language, so because it's old school language, I'm giving it over to her. When a man's thought rests entirely upon himself or herself, he becomes abnormal and unhappy. But when he gives himself with enthusiasm to any legitimate purpose, losing himself in the thing which he is now doing, he becomes normal and happy. So when we find that thing, that tasty nugget of joy where we could do it and it just comes from the heart and feeds our soul, we lift up and we become normal and happy. And if we have that thing and we deny it and we white knuckle and hold it as if it's our own, it leads to unhappiness, disappointment, and sadness within. So as we go through this month of September, whether you go to lunch and come back for the blood drive today, or if you come next week and hear about what's happening at Harbor House and what they do, or in the following week when the Samaritan Center comes and tell us about what they do, or in the last week when we talk about how we can bring our center to the streets of Simi Valley when we show up at the street fair, or any other numerous ways in your life, whether it's supporting the folks in Maui or supporting the folks in Florida, or however it shows up, or just calling somebody and see if they ever made it back from the mud bowl of Burning Man. However it shows up for you, I invite you to answer the call of service, to answer the call of being in circulation of this number one love train that we're all a part of. And in doing so, when we get to round and round it goes, we will know where it stops. Right here, with you, with me, and so it is. Here we go. As I acknowledge the circulation of spirit flowing through all life, including you and me, I live in harmonious relationship with all that is. It's time for a revealing prayer. We haven't done this in a while, but there's been a lot in my own life, and I don't know how your lives are going. There's always something happening, but there are moments we go through life where, as Dr. Holmes told Dr. Hornaday, Dr. Hornaday went in to see Dr. Holmes one day, and I don't know if you know, Bill Hornaday was the minister of Founders Church for many years. Dr. Holmes actually gave Dr. Bill Founders Church. They were together at the Wiltern. And so they were good buddies. They shared offices down the hall from each other in the old Institute building. And one day, Dr. Hornaday walked in and sat down in Dr. Holmes' office, and he just started complaining. He just started letting it out. There's this, and there's that, and there's that, and there's this, and there's that. Dr. Holmes says, well, Bill, it looks like you have lots of opportunities to practice the principles. Thank you very much. This has been one of those weeks for yours truly. Maybe you have those weeks, or maybe you have someone in your life who would like to see the realization of the law of circulation working in their experience. I invite you right now to use the vibrational energy of spirit and bring that frequency of that person to your surface or whatever the situation in your own life, and let's speak it out loud. Let me hear who it is, what it's about, and I will do an anchoring prayer for all of us around those activities. So I invite you now. Let's hear. What do you got? Wave of divine love and energy flowing in this direction. I'm honored to be the vehicle of expression of that truth and understanding of the power of faith in action, and the knowing that the vibrational energy of the divine frequency of which we are all a part is put into active activity and movement by the spoken word. So I speak that word of unification for each and every one of us, knowing that that which we have called to the surface of our consciousness is now meeting that vibratory plastic energy of the universe to move into form and fashion and experience and expression for all those in our hearts and minds this morning. I'm knowing that good is unfolding from this time. And whatever it looks like, maybe the bag has not inflated yet, but we know with assurance that the good is delivered by this word spoken. So grateful to anchor this truth in prayer and an understanding that this stuff works. We know it does. With faith, we pour our waters of joy into the pump. We prime that pump, and we allow the good to flow into our experience. And I'm so grateful for that. I say thank you, Mother, Father, God. Thank you, Divine Presence. Thank you, Infinite Spirit, beloved friend, for all this good and more, as I release this prayer into your law, our law, the law of mind, which makes it so. And so it is. Thank you. Okay. We have a number of ways to give to our center. We really appreciate that. These are the ones that we do on a regular basis, and we also pass baskets. So you can bless the basket with your gift of financial support and also your gift of love. And we do this, anchor this with this affirmation that we say each week, and here it is for you now. Divine love, it's doing its perfect work here and now. Divine love harmonizes. Divine love adjusts. Divine love prospers. Divine love foresees everything and richly provides every good thing for the world, for Center for Spiritual Living Simi Valley, and me now. Divine love prevails. Here are your announcements for the week, and thank you for your service, ushers.
As Robin Wall Kimmerer says in Braiding Sweetgrass, that's the book I did a couple of months ago, we are showered with gifts every day, but they are not meant for us to keep. Their life is in their movement, the inhale and exhale of our shared breath. Our work and our joy is to pass along the gift and to trust that what we put in the universe and the baskets will always come back.
Okay, we got one more from Asta.
Do you try to pat a dog that you know is going to bite you? You let me know. Thank you. Thank you all so much. So love it. Love it so much.
Thank you, Master. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. Okay, thanks to Kathy Bird for the lead on the service team today, Ron and Terry for supporting her on that, and Ron for doing stage work. Colin, jamming up there in the booth, looking good. Who's up there with you? Is that Gregory? No, is that John? Oh, John's here. All right. He's Alco. Got the Maz Man up there, too. That's wonderful. Dominic, you were rocking it on the slides. Thank you. So good to have you here. First Sunday of every month. We love it. Master, you bring such heart. I mean, the energy is amazing. But the heart that you bring, off the chart. We know you love us. We know you love us. Sherry Deeds, rocking it. Soul Purpose Band, Guilty Pleasures, all the things that you guys do. Really appreciate that. The L's, got the L's in the house. Well, actually, we got the CS. The L's not here today. But Randy, Bob, and Steve, fantastic. And Cassandra, Cheryl, like you so much. Linda, thank you for stepping in with audio. And whatever you were going through. Could you guys hear Master in that last song?
No.
Yeah? All right. Oh, it's kind of, yeah, so we're working on that. We'll get whatever that frog was in the system out because the movement, the needles are jumping.
Yeah, well,
What are you going to say? All right. And Cheryl, thank you for supporting the office afterwards. And Lena, thank you so much for the fellowship. Those sweet rolls are fantastic. They're so good, the cinnamon rolls. And just check it out. There's all kinds of good treats for you after service. All right. Stuff coming up. So we've got the movie night. Cheryl, did you want to talk about the movie night a little bit?
Yeah, just quickly. So Saturday night, we're going to have outdoor movie night up at the Collins Canyon Resort and Spa. And
Lovely.
so bring a chair and a blanket and love donation, and you'll get some soda popcorn thing.
Oh, you're having popcorn there?
Yeah.
Is it like a movie theater, or should we sneak in our own popcorn?
You don't have, well,
Because it's gonna be like, is it like $15 a?
no. No.
It's not like that kind of.
No.
Okay. Oh, good.
Okay.
And movie is Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Yeah.
That's a fun
It's
movie.
a fun favorite for all ages, almost all ages. But the other thing, really quick, and thank you so much to those of you who came to the pool party. There's some containers outside. So please, if you left something, can you go look and see?
Okay. People's to-go containers, you brought them back so they can take them to go.
Yes.
Perfect. Love that.
What he said.
Love that. Love that. Okay, next week we're going to have Denise Cortez, who is the founder and executive director of Harbor House. She will be here to tell us how we can support Harbor House. We're kind of a bi community. Some of us live in Simi Valley, some of us live in the Conejo Valley. And Harbor House does the Conejo Valley stuff really, really well. Then the following week we'll have the Simi Valley Samaritan Center come and speak to us about what we can do to support them as we continue in our emergency preparedness and service month, which also has an upcoming CPR training course that you can participate in. Sign up for that as well. So all kinds of good stuff. And then in 2 weeks, the class begins. Change Your Thinking, Change Your Life. Now, it's really important to sign up for the class. If you pay in advance, you will get a bit of a discount. But sign up regardless of what your payment schedule will be, because next week I will send the curriculum to you by email. You'll get a written curriculum printed out for you the first day of class, but you might want to get a head start on the material and read some of the stuff before you get there. It's always very helpful. So that'll go out by signing up. If you sign up, you get the course curriculum a little bit sooner. All right, so that's all of that kind of stuff. Rob, come on up and tell us what's happening in the world of practitionering, my dear Reverend.
So I hope
I will be over there at the exercise.
He will be over there at the exercise after church. Go ahead.
And okay. And there's a box out in the lobby. If you're too shy, you can go and put something in the box, and I'll pick it up, and we'll pass it around to the prayer team.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Okay. That's okay. They're in some different orders. You're flowing with it. But you're flowing with it, buddy. Because you are in the flow of circulation. You are practicing the law we've been talking about. There you go. Let's all stand in our closing benediction. Then we shall sing. We shall eat foods. And then we'll come back and give blood. All right. I'm at home in the heart of God. My life is anchored in truth. I can never be separate. I live in the consciousness of peace. I release all fear. I am living love. Don't forget we added as in there, right? Yeah.
God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only He can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful in me. God is doing something wonderful in me. God is doing something wonderful in me. Something awesome and incredible, and only She can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. God is doing something wonderful as me. Something awesome and incredible, and only It can get the glory. God is doing something wonderful, incredible and awesome. God is doing something wonderful as me.
All right. We'll see you a little bit later. There's all kinds of stuff happening this week. A busy week ahead for CSL CME. Join us.
I'm not playing any more music. All right, what are we doing? Sing with her. Sing with her. It was all reverb. TV one. The only thing you should be ever touching is the reverb on and off. And also, is there something I can do for you?
Oh, I was just gonna say I
We're having them.
and I left my music at home, so I'm bringing it.
Okay, great. I won't be